Hi friends, you're here with me, Jen the Taxidermy Witch, a witch that doesn't leave the house a super ton. When I do go out, it's to do a short work shift, go outside to forage in the woods. A lot of those things I don't need a ton of makeup for. So, I'm here with you just as I would be in my house because I've got things to do this morning and I don't want to get fully makeup. So I know that a lot of you say that's okay, so I'm going for it. I want to show you what I got out and about last night when we went to the Asian grocery store that's here in our suburb of Seattle. Basically, at least up here in the Northwest, there's Asian grocery stores all over the place, and it's a place where, what we went to was called an international market, so it has everything. It has, it has like things that are American as well, but it has Hispanic, it has Guatemalan, it has Brazilian, and it has sections for, Japanese, Chinese, Korean, and a lot of these things I got were from the Hispanic section for the Witchcraft. And this is also the place where we get the big giant sugar cane. And I did see it there. My husband told me it was $3, it was $3.98. So it's $4 for that big 8-foot piece of sugar cane. But I want to show you what I got, and then also show you how I'm going to be putting it away and the realities. How does it get from here to there on the herb shelf? What are the realities of the in-between? These are them. Alright, so let's tip you down. But before I tip you down, I want to say this. The dill, the big giant pieces of dill we had yesterday when we were doing the doll babies, or the poppets, excuse me, and we had the roses that we dismembered from my wedding bouquet, which is so magical and so special. We use the stems for poppets. We have the leaves. We have, so how am I going to store all these things? Or do they just stay in bowls in my room? No, they somehow make it up to the herb shelf. How? Okay, so when I was talking about the dill and the corn husks, and I'm just going to have a jar for poppet things because I don't want to cut these down to fit in this jar. Don't cut me down to fit in a box, right? I'm not going to do it. So I'm going to leave this open so that I can have big things for poppets in this jar. Ouch. Splinter, of course. Ouch. And I'm going to get, some more of the tall pieces in here. Of course, some of the smaller pieces will fit in my big mason jars. But how cool is this going to look, up on a shelf, just like all this stuff coming out of it. So don't minimize those things. And for this big bowl of roses, I have a great way to keep it special. Sometimes when you're thrifting and you're out and about, you come across an amazing jar or jug. And let me show you one that I paid $12.99 for. And everybody in the shop on my way out, because I had it in my cart, was like, "Where did you get that? Where did you get that?" Just all kinds of people. And couldn't believe it was $12.99. So, ouch, it's heavy. It's this. It has a giant cork on the top. And right now inside is diatomaceous earth, which we use for all kinds of things, for plants, animals, health issues, all kinds of stuff. But the thing is that you can actually get your hand in there and play around on the inside. So that would be perfect for my roses because I can actually set them down in there, the bigger pieces. So I'll be cleaning that out to put my roses in. And then the diatomaceous earth, for Pete's sakes, can just go in a glass jar. That don't matter. The only reason I put it in there is because I had a giant bag and I had nothing to put in that jar at the time. So I'm going to clean that out super well and get my roses over into that. And then now I'll tip you down and we'll do some work. Okay, so here I was down to one piece of nutmeg. Okay, I originally bought this bottle 15 years ago and I just keep filling it up at the bulk bins. And I didn't know that they had, for $1.98, 3 pieces of nutmeg. These aren't organic. You do what you can when you can. When you can afford the organic, please do it. But when you can't, just, And make sure when you do herbs, you take the old one out, you put the new ones in, and the old one on top. Now I know with these nutmegs they're probably going to get muddled, but this one does have a little shaving on the end, so I will remember that's the only old one. Okay, so make sure to put your your oldest herbs on the top so they get used first. You don't want any kind of old spoilage happening in the bottom because you just were lazy and filled it up. Okay, so basically, like, don't throw away your spice bottles. Just, if you haven't seen my video on how to fill herbs at the bulk bin like this, I just got this beautiful, gorgeous, and okay, I've gotten hibiscus before, and it was just small, broken up petals. This stuff is freaking amazing. It's in whole flower form. I don't know how well you can see that. It's just, like, it's looking so good. It's huge! It's huge. Look how big these flowers are in my hand. And normally they're just little bitty chunks when you get them at other bins. And you can make teas out of this. This is great for love workings. It's a good magical dye. If you wanted to dye money or oils or stain in oil. My last passion oil I made has hibiscus flower oil as the base, which I made completely separately. If you don't have a funnel, just stuff the end of the bag into there. The whole end of the bag, just stuff it in. Make sure all the corners are in, and then slowly do this. I don't know, this is just my trick. And it will just eventually go into the jar. Get in there! See how that works? Those one that jumped out must want to be in my tea this morning. Wow, I got like just enough to fit in that jar. That's pretty cool. Alright, so there we go. Beautiful jar of hibiscus flowers. I paid about $3 for this, a little under $3. And those are gorgeous. Gorgeous. And then I have a little label I put on them. Where's my label? I do have a funnel for like herbs and stuff if I need it. Ooh, Mentos. Yum. Where are my labels? They're there. No, you guys can see my messy desk. Okay, labels. I buy these at like wherever, Walmart, online, Amazon. Small, big. They wash right off or they peel right off, but they're meant to go onto these canning labels so that you can put labels onto them. You get them in the same section at Walmart, or at least I do. Okay, so now we're done with those. Label them later. When I was at the store, I did get oregano because I thought I was out, and this was $1 for all of this oregano. It's a lot. But when I got home, I realized I had a full thing of oregano, and I think I had done the same exact thing in the past, because look. So this will probably just either go into herbal storage for me or the kitchen for Alex. Because I don't need that much, unless I do a working, like maybe I'll put it in a pillow. Maybe because I've been meaning to make a pillow, I'll look up the qualities of oregano and see if they should go in there. Okay, next, whole cloves. Again, I get these bottles 10-15 years ago when I first got my first kitchen, and now I just fill them up, okay? Because I like the nice bottles, okay? I like having nice glass bottles to look at, and that's a true statement. Now I'm pouring the old ones out. They're not old, but I'm just saying the older ones out. And I'm putting the newer ones. These were like 89 cents. Azteca Products Corp. Where? Kent, Washington, right next to me. That's me. They smell good. So these are actually local, believe it or not. That's crazy. I didn't know we had a local spicery. Maybe I should go up there. See if I can get them in bulk. That's a great idea. I'm going to go up there and see if I can get them in bulk. Alright. Now the old ones are in. I mean, the new ones are in the bottom now. And you put the older ones on top. And now you know that you're going to use them the right way. Okay. We have filled almost all the way up our cloves. I get nervous when I get low on cloves because I use them for so many workings. Oh, poo. Next. Next is a good one. Okay. Get you situated here. Don't want to spoil it. Stay there. Don't blink. Okay, I'm trying to make space for me and you. Come sit with me. Okay. Next, I've got, right, these cinnamon sticks, okay? I can't tell you how cool these cinnamon sticks are. Like, when Alex brought one home, I'm like, what is that? I must have that. Because I'll hold up a regular cinnamon stick, and then I'll hold it next to this. And there's just no contest. These look so much more witchy, and they're just, like, huge. So I got 7 of them. They look like big, natural cigars or something. So I'm so excited to do blowing magic through this very one. I found it and bonded with it in the store. So that one's not going in my jar. It's going to stay, like, on my desk. And then in the jar, I'll put the cinnamon sticks. They're going to look so pretty. Make sure you wash out these jars when you first get them. There's like a weird chemical smell in them. And I don't know what that is, but I think a lot of people don't wash them out. If you have a Kangen water tap, did you know that just running Kangen water on something is the same as like bleaching it through a whole system of, like, a sanitary system? You can just run Kangen water on something. It's amazing. Think of what that's doing to your body. It's totally cleaning it out. Kangen water. I'm a big advocate. Yum. Look at how yummy that is. So yummy. So yummy. You know what a normal cinnamon stick looks like. I ain't gotta tell you. But it's a lot different there. Oh, Jennifer, just get up and do a comparison. Okay. Here's a normal... I have back pain today. I'm sorry, you guys. A normal cinnamon stick. Where's my jar of cinnamon stick? Oh. Okay. Here's a normal cinnamon stick. Beautiful. But here is this thing I'm talking about next to it. You know? Like, it's just so much different. That's amazing. So, this, maybe it is like Mexican cinnamon because it was over with all of the Mexican spices in the Mexican section of the international grocery store. So, there's that. And then I got this! Woo! For half price or less. Like $7 for this. This is the New Orleans chicory and coffee. Like, this is it. Cafe Du Monde. And, ooh, baby, you gotta get this stuff. It is so good. This is great for hoodoo offerings. It is great for yourself. It's great to try and get off coffee and have more medicinal benefits in. And guess what I'll be putting it into? This amazing pour bottle. So I can pour it into my little, like, you know, coffee thing. You know what's funny? It smells like freaking coffee. And it's a pour bottle. Why would it smell like coffee? So after I wash that out, I'll get this into there, and I'm going to have that in my kitchen. Okay, lastly, really excited, because after we're done doing this whole section that we're doing on poppets, we're going to do like some traditional doll babies with corn husks, where you soak them and everything. This was $2.50. It's what you make tamales out of. And basically you just soak them and you can make some rad doll babies. Let's look at what they look like. Get them out of this yucky plastic. They don't want to be in plastic with no air. They want to see and feel the glass. Look, that looks totally like the bottom half of a doll baby, you know. Head up here, arms, feet. And what you do is you soak this in water so you can manipulate it. And it's just these big, big sections. All wrapped up, paper after paper. You could use this as magical paper as well. You could make a broom with it. I probably will get another one and make a broom. But you're not gonna get your splinters as easy with this, you know. So anyway, I thought I'd be able to get in this, but now I'm thinking otherwise. Maybe I should put these into this. And the roses into a couple of these jars. I don't know where we'll end up, but I'm seeing here that in order to get these in, you're going to have to separate them. And I'd rather not at this moment, so I'll figure out what I'm going to do with those. Maybe wrap them up in some paper or something. Yeah, but that is what I've got for you today, guys. Me, Jen, the Taxidermy Witch, getting stuff at the international grocery store from all over the world for, you know, inexpensive prices, and just, it's so much more whole, it's so much more unrefined in this, like, bulk fashion when you can get it like that. Especially, like, the cinnamon and harissa, not harissa. Oh, Jennifer, what is this? It's that oil that I made that was pink to purple. I just can't think of the word, but I said it earlier, and if I said harissa, it was wrong. This is, falling out of my mind. All my love, Jen the Taxidermy Witch. See you guys soon.